Hi, I'm Marie Latino, and I'm sitting in for Steve Adebato. We're just going to switch focuses a little bit from the great story of Lee Marone to the great story of Douglas Berman. He is the chairman of SportsLink, which are producers of Football University. Now tell us, Douglas, what's Football University? That sounds like a really cool school.
Well, it is. It's an elite training program for athletes in 7th grade through 11th grade who want to improve their skills in football, their technique in football. It's invitation only. Lots of kids can get nominated, but then we evaluate the kids. And so for serious football players who want to be serious football players, it's a great place to come and improve their skill set. And this year we did 18 cities across America, and next year we'll be in 32 cities across America.
Now, how do these athletes get nominated? Do you have scouts at all these high school football games across the country, or?
No. Parents can nominate themselves, an athlete can nominate themselves, a coach can nominate. You go to footballuniversity.org.
We're plugging it the whole time.
Click on nomination and submit your name. At that point, a local coach or regional director who works for Football University will evaluate you, talk to you, look at film, and then figure out whether or not you should receive an invitation. And then once you receive an invitation, you can register for a university day.
Now, is there a certain amount of quarterbacks that you allow, a certain amount of wide receivers? What's the criteria?
Yes. It's next year it'll be in all positions, but at each camp it's roughly 200 or so athletes per camp, and there are 60, 70 quarterbacks in a camp, then wide receivers, running backs, defensive backs, tight ends, linebackers. Every position's covered. And they're trained by either an ex-NFL coach or an ex-NFL athlete.
Any notable coaches, well-known names?
Well, you might not know him, but Larry Kenney is the gentleman who coached Eli Manning.
Quarterbacks coach, yes.
Steve DeBerg, who played quarterback for a number of years and coached quarterback. Tom Martinez, who quarterback coached for Tom Brady.
Wow.
Were some of the faculty. But there's comparable faculty for every position. Irv Eatman and Guy McIntyre, both who played long careers in the NFL, coached the linemen. There's as much technique in being a great lineman as there is often in being a great quarterback.
Now, we're showing one of your players up there. Now, who's this? Adrian Peterson?
That looks like Adrian Peterson.
That's Adrian Peterson from the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, and he was in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, which we also produce. That is an annual game of the best high school athletes.
Now we have somebody else too, Vince Young,
who played in that. And that game is the culmination of a year-round program we do in support of the U.S. Army. Features the 90 or so best high school athletes.
And we have Reggie Bush from the
all
New Orleans
former
Saints.
U.S. Army All-Americans.
Very impressive resume. Now, when they participated in this camp, how many days is it?
Well, the camp and the bowl game are different.
Yes.
The camp is 3 days. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And what are they doing in those 3 days?
They are learning the subtleties of technique in football. So if you're a quarterback, you're learning how to do the proper hip rotation at the same time your arm release is going on so you can throw the correct spiral. The U.S. Army All-American Bowl happens every January. This year it'll be January 3rd on NBC television.
And this is what this helmet represents.
That's this helmet.
That's this helmet.
And this helmet is Football University
camps.
And
that's Football University. Now, you said it's all over the country. Describe some of the places that Football University is.
We went from Seattle to San Antonio to Orlando to Rutgers. Alaska is a special case, and people should go to YouTube. It was a great event. The Barrow, Alaska, the northernmost city in North America, which had 3 years ago started a football team, asked if we would send some of the FBU instructors up, which we did. We're proud to say the Barrow Whalers are now 5-0.
Very good, very good.
Headed for the state playoffs in Alaska, a state that's currently, of course, in the news, given their prominence of their governor, and we're very proud following their things. That's not normally what Football University does. I mean, normally it's for elite athletes coming to a city. We had a camp at Rutgers this past year. But we did Barrow, Alaska as a special case. We were asked to do that.
And you've mentioned Rutgers. We're shown all up and down the East Coast. So what places from Maine to Maryland have you been?
We did camps in Boston.
There you go. Good one. Oh, good, good, good.
In Connecticut, at Rutgers, in Washington, D.C., the University of North Carolina last year, and in Orlando.
Get the head up. Get the head up.
Now, I know you hear baseball, like when they go and they scout out players, they're going, worldwide to Cuba. What are like the football hotspots in the United States? Where do you find that a lot of the talent is? Or is it all over?
Well, there's great athletes all over, but you see a lot of athletes come out of Florida, out of Texas, out of California, out of Ohio and Western Pennsylvania.
Where high school football is bigger than the NFL in some of those towns.
Well, I wouldn't go quite.
Well,
it's big.
It is
definitely a big event. And that's why the game is played every year in San Antonio, Texas, because Texas is one of those hotbeds of high school football. So the All-American Bowl is played every year down in San Antonio.
That's great. Now, for yourself, you didn't have a football background coming into this.
I am not a football player. I was a poor football player. I played mostly basketball and tennis in high school. But my partner, Rich McGinnis, who really founded the All-American Bowl and who we go way back in politics, but he founded it. He took it to fruition. He played college football at Santa Clara, and that was his passion. And that same passion has led him to create Football University.
Now, where did the idea come from to recruit these high school kids to play in a bowl game? Where did this idea come from?
Actually, the McDonald's High School All-Star basketball game did the thing, a similar event in basketball. And Rich saw that and said, I think we should do the same thing in football. And people all over America said it can't be done. He didn't believe that. And now, 9 years later, this is the biggest single high school sporting event in America in one day. 38,000 people come to the Alamo Dome to watch this. It's millions of people on NBC. The Army is a great supporter of the game, and this program really helps them expand opportunities for America's youth.
Is this game televised?
On NBC.
It's televised on
live,
NBC.
NBC,
Wow.
1 o'clock Eastern, January 3rd.
Wow.
Coming out of that, we watched how the best athletes, some who had better technique than others, because these kids always were the best. So they were better because they were stronger or faster or bigger, and the kid with the better technique would often do better. Out of that came our determination to create a training program that could help young athletes get sounder football technique.
Now, does the NFL have any play in this? Do they support it, or?
Not directly. I mean, but we are constantly in communication with them. They have sent some of their people who train the rookies and talk to them about the lifestyle that they're going to have come down to talk to our athletes. But we have critical partners. The the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, has sent former Hall of Famers every year to talk to the athletes. The Maxwell Club supports both the U.S. Army All-American Bowl and FBU. In fact, Ron Jaworski taught at one of the football Philadelphia Eagles. We couldn't get him off the field at the Philadelphia Football University. He was having so much fun coaching the kids.
That's great. Well, in the little time we have left, what joy do you get out of helping these kids achieve their football dreams?
Well, listen, working with young people is always energizing, particularly as you get a little more codgy, right? But it's great to see kids realize their potential and improve. And we've seen it in one weekend. Kids get enormously better from the kind of intensive technique training our faculty gives them.
And you guys follow up and you follow their career?
They are in the newsletter. They will come back. Some of the kids from Football University are actually going to be in the All-American Bowl this year.
Well, thank you very much. We'll tune into the bowl January 3rd, 1 o'clock.